Hey, loungers. I hope everybody is doing as great as I am today. Shout out to Eyes Nation and Pixie Longjot. I truly appreciate you guys being in the building and everybody that is in the clouds as well. Listen, guys, I wanted to talk briefly about the state of the sector, okay? And a lot of things that I've observed lately in what is going on in the sector. And also, I wanted to talk about what I am going to be doing with Black Lounge Divine and what will be happening from here on out in the future. Very excited about these decisions. And yeah, I want you guys to know what I'm going to be doing before I actually do it. So let's go ahead and get into these topics real quick, and then we'll go ahead and go from there. I truly appreciate everybody that is in the building. Again, make sure that you guys do hit the like button. What's up, Riz Lyricist? Appreciate you as well. Listen, guys, let's talk real quick about the state of Black Lounge Divine and what I intend on doing with the channel in the future from here on out. I did a lot of pondering lately on the channel, as you guys probably know. I've said this in the past year or so, that I didn't want to keep doing things the way that I was on Black Lounge because when you find yourself beefing and doing different things, you kind of stick to one algorithm, and it's really difficult to get your channel out of that algorithm if you, if you kind of continue to talk about those things, or if you, continue to engage in that behavior, or even if you continue to engage with people in that, within that kind of stuff. And then, those people are attracted to you. This is kind of what happens, and you get stuck in that rut, right? So Black Lounge Divine has not been able to grow the way that I really wanted to. So I did speak with some bigger content creators, and I had gotten some really great advice from them, and I wasn't doing it. I wasn't actually doing those things because I didn't want, one thing I don't like to do is private videos. I hate to do that. So, I really try my best not to private a video unless there's like a strike on it or something like that. That's pretty much the only way I'm going to private an actual video. So, I had thought about just starting other channels. I had even started a couple other channels and stuff like that. And they're doing okay. But here's the thing. I have such a large audience here, and I have the ability to make this channel really grow the way that I want to. So what I've decided to do is and I haven't done it yet because I'm doing this over a period of time. What I'm going to do is take every video that I have that is about the sector or about some kind of beef or the shouting to the void, any of that stuff, I'm going to put on members only. And I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start doing that because I have a lot of material. I have so many videos to go through that it would take me some time to actually start privating a lot of these videos. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be putting everything on members only. And then there are some other videos that I can keep around, right? So most of these videos that I'm going to keep up are going to be like the true crime videos. There are some other videos regarding mental health and stuff like that I'll probably keep up. And there's a couple other things that I'll probably keep around. But the ultimate goal is to niche down this channel completely. And what I want to do is niche it down to true crime. You guys know that is my thing. I love doing true crime videos. I like doing scam artist videos and talk about the ones who have scammed us in our community. I like to talk about things that have happened in our community in the past. Like, for instance, there were carnival games that used to target Black children and used to target the Black community. Those are things that I want to be discussing, okay, on Black Lounge Divine. That was the entire point of creating Black Lounge Entertainment to begin with, was to discuss Black issues and to discuss things that have happened with us. Some true crime that has happened in the past and other things like that. And guys, don't mind my voice. I have really bad allergies this time of the year, and nothing I try to take works. So I just deal with it and live with it, okay? And try to drink as much water as possible and just live with it. So forgive my voice, guys, for being scratchy like it is. But that is what is going on. But either way, that is my goal and my ultimate decision that I have made for Black Lounge. And I wanted to let you guys know it before I actually do it, okay? All of my videos will be mostly uploads. I probably will not be doing many live streams from here on out, just because it's kind of the easiest thing to do if you want to talk about a bunch of stuff. But, I have another backup channel that I can do those things on. If we want to talk trash about the sector and stuff, I can have another backup channel I can do those things on. But I don't really want to do that here, right? Because the channel is monetized, the channel is in a good condition, and I want to keep it that way. But I have to, in order for it to grow further, I have to niche this channel completely down to exactly what I want it to be. And that is going to be that. I'm going to do exactly that. And I'm going to remove all these other videos and make them members only. That way they're private, and, they're not videos that are in the direct algorithm, and, we'll go from there. And then I plan on changing the way that I do those members things, like I said, too. The material that I'll be doing will be going to members first, and then it'll come out to the regular public. That is one thing I'll be doing. Also, I plan on doing some either there's particular shows that I watch that I plan on doing with members. There's a lot of things that I really want to do different for this channel, but what I'm talking about right now kind of leads into what I'm going to say regarding the sector. Okay. The fun of all of this has really literally been sucked out of it. Okay. I'll tell you guys that. That's honest. There was a time where I really, really loved going live on this channel and really enjoyed doing this, and had a great time with it, with members and everything else. But it changes when you've got things like, and I'll be honest, when you've got a member or so that is only there to run back business to people and stuff like that, right? And they think you don't notice. They think you don't know that, but you do. You haven't said anything. You try not to because, try not to be all in all this drama all the time. I had thought about just going on and blocking the person, and that would actually remove them as a member. And I probably will at this point, because I no longer want the drama, right? And I think that's where the sector is at. I think YouTube altogether is there. I think a lot of audience members are just tired of the nonsense and tired of the drama and the back and forth between people, right? And that's happened in multiple sectors. You can hear people just talking about this a lot in the tea sector. You hear people talking about this over even in the beef sector. It's not as much in the beef sector, but in other sectors, people are not really, the audience members are not interested, right, in all the beef. They want to hear the content. They want to hear, what's going on with the celebrities. They want to hear what's going on with Jag. They want to hear what's going on with Goomba, and Nikki, and, they want to hear all this, but they don't want to hear about, what content creator doesn't like who. They don't want to hear about, a content creator doxing another content creator. Like, even if you have 20,000 subscribers, right? If you look, and shout out to Sweet Pea Diaries, because she was talking about this. When she was beefing, right? And literally beefing on her regular main channel with All About the Trees. And they were going back and forth like they had. And she was beefing on her main channel. She said a lot of her subscribers literally just stopped watching, right? They just stopped tuning in. Her numbers were dropping ridiculously. And when she stopped the beef and started back on her niche, right? And her documentaries, everybody started watching again, right? So that makes sense to me because, like I said, there's a lot of people who just don't want the drama. They don't want to tune in and watch people beefing back and forth all the time, right? All the time. That worked for a little while in this little sector because the sector's so small, right? And so people can come and they can watch us, and then they might go and watch other, sectors and other stuff, and stuff like that. And then they would watch us because this was entertainment. It was entertaining. Where it messed up, right? And I've been trying to tell the sector this for so fucking long, and nobody wanted to listen. Everybody thinks they just know. Everybody's an expert. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, right? I'm just saying that I've picked this stuff up from other spaces. I've picked this stuff up from larger content creators. Number one, this whole thing about the chat running the sector is what fucked up for content creators, okay? Because now you've run people out of your chat. You've run people out of your space, and people don't want to interact with that space because literally they may not be welcomed in that space, right? This is too small of a sector to be doing that. If you were in a larger space and you had like 20,000 subscribers and people were coming and watching your show and you were your own, your own sector and people were doing that, that would make sense. It doesn't make sense when it's only 50 people in your chat or it's only 40 people in your chat. And those same people are the same people that's going to go and watch your ops. And those people are going to also watch some other ops and and they're just popping around back and forth to the different chat rooms, right? That makes no sense for the chat to decide what happens on your show. Because now, like I said, you literally close the door to other content creators either working with you, other audience members coming in and supporting the show. Like, you limit yourself when you do that stuff. Also in this sector, it had started to become, as opposed to it just being like some friendly banter back and forth, some little, innocent competition back and forth. It started to become I'm taking your members. I'm taking your audience members. You're not going to be, we're putting you out. We're putting you down. We're not, we don't want nobody seeing you no more. Like, when you go live, I'm going to go live and I'm going to take all your audience and all this other stuff. And it's like I said, this sector is way too small to do something like that, right? Because now that you've taken all of the audience and all of their audience is over there in your chat, and that person isn't live anymore, now you don't have nothing to talk about because all you've been talking about is that person, right? And they've been going live and they've been the running joke. Or you have a set of content creators who have been the running joke of your channel. Nothing else is getting talked about. Nothing else is getting laughed about. We're not discussing anything else. We're only discussing this. And then when that person is like, okay, you won. You can have all these people at the same time. I go live and all this. You can have them. I'm not even going to go live. You go ahead. You got it. Now it's like, oh, well, I don't even have any material now. Like, that I found probably one of the most funniest things in regards to all this, right? Is that while everybody wanted to be cutthroat in this sector and shut everybody down and shut down this person and take this person's audience and stop this person from going live and all this stuff, you literally stifled the entire sector because nobody wants to keep fucking with that. Nobody wants to keep beefing every single day, all day long over stupid stuff. And then nobody wants to go live and be struggling in this small little sector, arguing over some little ass space and 20 or 30 people in a chat room. Nobody wants to do that. Literally. There's so many other things that people can do as a content creator than to fuck with that. It would be better as a sector. This small sector right here, it would have been so much better for people to niche down together, people to work together, right? And to create a space where these content creators are literally unstoppable, okay? Everybody puts everybody in the algorithm. Everybody starts talking about everybody. Make it a fucking network. It didn't even have to be where it was like what Photon had introduced. I remember him and the girl Phaedra had introduced something about a 24-hour network, and everybody just puts into this server. That wouldn't even have been necessary. It could have just been done if everybody was promoting each other and then niching down their own, channels and pushing their channels in the algorithm based off of their niche. That's it. But instead, everybody wanted to fight with each other, go back and forth with each other, beat each other down, stomp each other down. And now nobody got nothing to talk about because nobody's going to keep coming back and forth to that every day. Literally. Eventually, the beef has to die off, right? Eventually, you want to grow. You want other, sectors and other spaces and other, people to be attracted to your channel. Please don't tell me that's not true. Please don't tell me you're okay with turning on your live every single day and all you want to do is talk shit about 10 people and then, and this is it. And, you have no other aspirations about turning on this live. No, you can do it. It ain't that hard. It's just literally simply a matter of niching down your channel, focusing on that. And okay, every now and then, if you have a little beef with somebody or whatever, that's fine, but not every time, not every day, not that's all you got. All you have is that, literally. Come on now. You run people away like that. Not only are you running content creators off, but you're running off audience members. Okay. You really are. And then for those in the audience, now, not everybody. Okay. Please don't get that twisted because there's a lot of you who get it. There's a lot of you who really do understand. Matter of fact, most of the sector audience really does understand this, right? But there's some of you who still don't get it. You're still trying to manufacture beefs between people, okay? Literally manufactured beefs are coming up or attempting to come up because you want to say one thing to somebody in their inbox and then you want to turn around and say something else to their ops in their inbox, right? And then you want to keep going back and forth between the two and hide your hands and pretend that you're not even doing that. There's a couple of you, a few of you in this sector that are audience members only that do stuff like that. Because for you and in your mind, this is entertainment, right? It's only entertainment. It's funny because if the content, I've even noticed this and I've observed this. If the content creators aren't beefing, right? Or the beef isn't going the way that you expect. I've even seen some of these people hop on their panels and then try to derail the conversation. Literally change the conversation to some political conversation or something like that. That happens often around here too. I need people to stop allowing that kind of stuff. Okay, we are all adults. We're all grown. Most of us are in our 40s. Some are in our 50s. Some are in their 60s, right? At the end of the day, there's a thing called wisdom. And, with time, generally comes wisdom. Sometimes it doesn't. I get that. I understand. Some people just never get wise, okay? But at the end of the day, wisdom must kick in at some point. And you got to figure out when somebody is trying to trying to play you, right? And they're just saying stuff to try to get stuff started, with other people and stuff like that. You got to start picking up on these things, right? Because again, the state of the sector has changed. I said that a while ago. I said the sector is dead. Prove me wrong, right? Everybody got all their panties in a bunch and felt some type of way. Oh, the sector's not dead. It's not dead. They don't know what they're talking about. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was dead in the sense of all the old, habits of the sector, all the doxing of people, all the lying, all the spinning of narratives, right? And the trolls go with the narratives, right? And then all their everybody in the chat room is just not everybody, but the trolls were taking over, and they would be the ones that would push the narratives out. All of those things were dead. It was time to move on. And nobody caught on to that. Well, not nobody. Some people just did not catch on to that. They were, no, the sector's not dead. No, the chat room still rules. No, 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 no. We're still going to do this. We're still going to dox. We're still going to, call your moms. We're still going to call your dad. We're still going to do all this stuff. Not realizing that the sector and the audience of YouTube is moving on. We are tired of the violence. We're tired of seeing the nonsense. We're tired of Black people pitting other Black people against each other. We're sick of seeing this stuff. People are ready to move on. And this sector could have taken its wings and flew off in the sunset with that change. Literally, we could have. But nobody wanted to do it. Everybody wanted to stay in this space and just keep going back and forth with each other. And now this is where the sector is. I'm not saying that the sector's dead, because it ain't. I'm saying that we have to rebrand, right? You got to be creative. You got to think of something new. You can't keep, beefing back and forth with each other, because you're literally going nowhere fast. You're going nowhere. And it's not profitable to keep doing that. It's not feasible. It's not smart, right? It's a waste of time. And why use a hobby, and literally waste your time with it? You can take a hobby and actually make a bag off of it. Or you can take a hobby and really do something and really have fun with it. This is possible, but it's a matter of, finally getting to a space where you say, okay, I'm done with the drama. I'm done with the nonsense. I'm done with the acceptance of nonsense, right? I'm done with the being okay and the turning my cheek to the nonsense. I'm done with the, oh, it's okay. We know you showed us some lies, but we're gonna pretend you didn't, Oh, it's okay. We know that you're doxing somebody's grandparents, but that's okay. We're going to pretend that that's normal. Like, these are the things y'all got to stop doing. For real. You got to stop. You got to be honest with yourselves and just stop doing that dumb shit. And I guarantee you, this whole thing will become so much more enjoyable. It'll become so much more enjoyable, not only for the content creators, right, who are making the content and providing you that entertainment. It'll make it much easier for us. It'll make it, something that we actually want to do, right? But it also makes it a much more enjoyable experience for yourself, while you don't have to be sitting afraid of being in somebody's chat room because somebody might see you there. And then if they see you there, they're going to start this and this is going to happen. And you're going to get doxxed. The next thing you know, your kid's school is going to be visited and all this stuff. Like, this is the stuff that for why, literally why this sector is dry right now, because people do not want those things to happen to them. This is why. And while you as a content creator is, well, I'm just going to allow, anything goes in my chat, anything happens over here, they run the chat. As long as you're allowing that, right? And you're allowing people to run your channel, you are running people out of your space. That is what you're doing. It's unfortunate. You ain't got to like it, but it's the truth. The truth hurts, but the truth is intended to create change, right? That is what it's intended. When you tell the truth and you put shame the devil and you put the truth out there, if the truth is hurting, its intent is to change. That's it. It's not to talk shit. It's not to go back and forth. It's literally to change. That's all. So I'm hoping to see that. I'm hoping that the content creators will revive. I'm hoping to see that, people will become creative and start doing more with their channels. There are content creators who are doing that. And even if I don't like them or whatever, it doesn't matter. They are doing that, right? And they need to keep doing that. They should keep doing that, because this back and forth beefing with people is stupid. And this is exactly why the sector is in the state that it's in, is because for some reason nobody's catching on to that, or a lot of them are not catching on to that. So hopefully now that will change, and we'll see a difference in some things. I'm going to go ahead and go over y'all comments, and then we're going to go ahead and end the show. So I got some stuff I got to do today. Hold on one second, guys. Let me take a quick break, and then we'll go over the comments real quick. Guys, my bad. All right, so listen, let's go ahead and go over the comments. But before I do, I also wanted to say this. There's another thing that goes on in this sector, okay? And it has plagued this sector for a couple of years. And this is also an issue. And like I said, why the fun of the sector has literally, the life of it has been sucked out by these trolls, okay? The trolls are a problem. Now, I'm going to tell you this. There's some trolls I absolutely love. I support. They know they can come through here at any time. Y'all know y'all not to block my trolls. You know what I'm saying? There are some trolls I really do fool with. But again, there's other trolls, right, who do this. And I'm going to tell you guys what it is. What they will do was at first they were impersonating content creators, right? They would impersonate a content creator's name. They would come into the chat and they would pretend that they were that person, right? And they would talk all this shit and all this stuff to whatever their ops were. And then, the whole time, the content creator doesn't even know what's going on. It's some troll doing that, okay? So that was happening. And then people were catching on to that. And so they stopped allowing that. And then they started impersonating the audience members, right? So there's all types of audience members out here, right? Or chatters who come out here and, who are just regular chatters who always come around, always hang out. But then you'll see that name pop up somewhere else and they're talking trash. And it turns out that's not even the same person. How you find that stuff out is by going to that person's channel, right? So Riz Lyricist, for instance, shout out to you. Riz always comes and visits me, right? I can go to Riz's channel and I can see who Riz is, what Riz talks about, like who this person is, how many times this person has commented on my channel or somebody else's channel or whatever. And then I can see the other person who's talking trash and go to their channel and it's not even the same person. You understand what I'm saying? So, and you can see the date of when they actually created the channel and stuff like that. That is a problem, right? That is a big problem also. it makes it difficult for people such as Riz and Samba Queen and others, Pixie and other people, to keep coming around, right? They're just like, fuck it. If that's what's going on in this sector, let the trolls take over. I could be somewhere else. It doesn't matter, really. You know what I mean? It's irrelevant. That is literally what is happening to this sector. Because y'all want the chat to be so comfortable, instead of you being creative enough to create a show, for your channel, right? Not your chat is creating your show, but you creating your show for your channel, creating your show for your audience. You're allowing your audience to create your show, right? And then literally the audience knows that. So the trolls are like, oh shit, we could create the show. We coming in and we taking over your show. And we're taking over your chat. We're going to make sure that, you know, people we don't like or people we want to troll, we can do that in your chat room. We're going to even put our name, their name on our, you know, on our account. And then we're going to come in the chat and act like them because you allow it, because you're okay with it. You give us a safe haven to do this. And you've got this content creator doing that content creator doing that. And that leaves the audience members to just sit back and watch, because they don't even want to engage in this. They don't even want to be involved. As a matter of fact, they're going to stop coming around because it's a waste of time just listening to you going back and forth and allowing your chat to go back and forth with this is a waste of time. Like, I could go and be watching somebody who's actually creating content. That's it. So I need people to pay attention to that too. Stop allowing just anything to be said in your chat. Stop allowing people to just come off and just say what they want, especially if you know that's not what they're really literally saying somewhere else. Pay attention to who's coming in your chat and what they're saying, and stop letting these trolls run the show, because that is your problem. Literally, that is the problem of the sector. That is one of the biggest problems of the sector and why the sector is in the state that it's in. Samba, I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to you. You said Grand Rising, Miss T. Pre. You said that'll be dope. Yeah, me going on and putting all of my videos on members only, and then I'm going to niche down the channel into the true crime and, you know, all the conspiracies and stuff like that. You said, I love what you've been doing lately. It's a refreshing change. It really is. It's a major change. And I really like doing this, you know, as opposed to, you know, having to come up with arguing with these dusty bitches and all this other stuff. Nobody want to keep doing that shit. I really don't want to keep doing that. I don't have the energy for it. I'm almost 45 years old. I will be 45 in like 2 weeks. Okay. I ain't got time to be doing this stuff, y'all. I'm thinking about retirement and, you know, all these other things. I'm not thinking about, you know, slapping Carrie Ann and me and mines and all this other shit. I don't give a fuck about these hoes, for real. I really don't. In real life, I don't. So I refuse to do that and continue to do that on here. You know what I'm saying? Especially some bitches that nobody knows. Like, fuck out of here. You said facts. Hey, make a change. I appreciate you. You said facts, T. Pre. Hey, Josephine. I appreciate you being in the building. You said the panel killer. What's up, Crafted Legacy? You said hello, good people. Good. What's up, Crafted? I appreciate you. What's up, Mikey? I appreciate you being in the building as well. Samba, you said it's true. All the infighting just leads to content creators forcing chatters to take sides, which splits your support. Plus, no new folks are being drawn to the sector. Exactly. And like I said, if it was, you know, it would be different if, like, say I had 20,000 subscribers, right? And say me and mine had a different 20,000 subscribers, right? Her subscribers versus my subscribers would be some real YouTube drama. You understand what I'm trying to say? That would be something not only both of us are getting a bag off of, right? But it would be something that is a big deal. People can talk about it. It's in the algorithm. Oh my God, did you hear what me and mine said about T Pre? Did you hear what T Pre said about me and mine? And it would be a conversation that's really going on all over YouTube or in a lot of spaces, right? That would be something that's worth like, you know, a beef, quote unquote. But this isn't, because it's so small that it's like you're kind of like who singles out who cancels out who, because guess what? Neither one of us are canceling out each other, because Samba is going to tune into me and to you. she's going to tune in to Carrie and to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you're not, this is stupid. This is dumb. It's a waste of time. Yes. And yes, nobody, I promise you, nobody wants to come in and deal with this particular sector because of the doxing, because of the drama, because of the trolls in the chat. Like, this is why. This is why the sector is so dry right now. It's not dead because the content creators are still here and the audience members are still here. So it's not dead, but it's dry because nobody's doing anything new. Like, it's crazy. You say, hey, Miss Murph, I appreciate you being in the building. You say, hey, Miss T Pre-Mods and chat. Is Lyricist. You say, hey to Miss Murph. You said Samba Queen Facts. That is why I never brought sector-related stuff to my channel. Most people don't care about the beef. Exactly. They really don't. They don't want to hear this. Like, you'll be surprised what, people will be like, nope, no, I don't even want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is draining. It's irritating, and, it goes on for a day or two. All right. But, eventually you want to move on. Like this whole Jaguar thing. I don't want to keep talking about this shit. I'll watch everybody else talk about it, though. I sure will. Shout out to Eyes Nation. I appreciate you for always coming in and talking about this. I know that All About the Trees yesterday had Nikki on the show. That was crazy, so I'll let everybody else talk about this shit, but I'm not really interested. It's not my thing. I like true crime. This is what I like. So this is what I'm going to be doing. And, it's going to make me happy. Right. And if I'm happy doing the material, then you guys will be happy with the material. I can't do something that I don't like. I'm not really interested in, and be good at it. And people actually, are interested. So that's my plan. But yeah, people do not care about all this beefing and this drama. It's okay, to have a little bit of beef, somebody don't like you, somebody talking about you, but move on. You got to move on. You can't stay there in that space. You said, this is why I want beef with a lot of people. I stick to my own thing. Okay. You said, what kind of change you making at Make a Change? What's up, Chat Lives? I appreciate you being in the building. You said, peace, Samba. Hey, TMK, I appreciate you being in the building as well. You said, speak on it, T. You said, Chat Lives. You said, I like this new artwork. I love it. And I actually, this is a part of the new branding, Black Lounge Productions is going to be all of my channels combined, in one under one network, which is Black Lounge Productions. Okay. And so all of these things are happening. I'm doing all of this stuff because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to do things the same way. I'm not interested in that. I'm just not, and, it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to leave people where they are if that's where they choose to be at. But for me, this is where I'm at. You said that's one of the reasons why I enjoy your channel, Make a Change. Hey, Chat Lives. Yeah, me too, because he doesn't talk about, beefing and all this other dumb shit. You said, hey, Riz. You said, peace, TMK and Miss Murph. You said, Chat Lives. What's up, twin? You said, howdy, TMK. What's up, Eyes Nation, Miss Murph and Mikey. You said, the sector has gone to shit because of non-contributing mentally ill, self-hating fuckwads. Okay. Facts. You said, hey, Chat Lives and Samba Queen. You said, Samba, you are on official notice. LOL. Seriously, though. Good morning, Queen. You said, dang, TMK, what did I do? You said, I'm okay. SQ, I don't know what you're saying. You said, only thing constant is change. And that is facts. People must change. You got to move forward. You got to flow. Right? And flow with the river. You got to go different in a different direction sometimes so that things can, continue to flow. Water is constantly changing directions at times, right? It'll go in the direction of least resistance because, it has to move. It has to go to keep cleansing and to keep, moving forward and providing the elements and minerals that are needed. So you've got to change. You can't stay stagnant in the same place. And that is literally, you guys ran each other off. You wanted to cancel each other out. And now you've canceled each other so much to the point you ain't even got no damn material. Like, you ain't even got nothing to talk about. It's crazy. It's crazy. You said, I see what you did there. You said, me, I'm just chilling. Don't have time for the BS. I'm just chilling, creating new content. You can't turn is coming through. Right, 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 right. Yeah, hey, keeping it plain. I appreciate you being in the building. You said, hey, T Pre, hello in chat. You said I'm shining away from the sector. I'm creating a new contact and his feel sweet, and it feels sweet. That's what's up, Mikey. He said constants don't actually change, but the only constant is change. Rapping in the chat. He said fools in the sector whose only purpose in life is to claim themselves victims and keep nonsense going. Not one single positive video with useful information. Facts. Facts. Just want to keep things going. They are still the victim after all this time, and still going on. It's still the same thing over and over again. Just leave people on that island by themselves. You know what I'm saying? And y'all move forward because y'all got this. I'm telling y'all, like, this sector really has the ability to really make several bags out here together and by yourselves. Y'all are so talented, right? Maybe some of y'all don't realize how talented you are, but you're very talented. And all you got to do is just spread your wings and fly and, stop letting the trolls tell you can't do it and that you have to stay here and you got to stay in this space and this murky space because this is a space that you're giving them. That's it. But it's killing your channel, literally killing your channel because now nobody literally wants to be a part of this. Nobody wants to be part of this. So, what are you going to do? At some point, you got to change. And that's facts. You said, Samba, that's my way of saying you were missed out here. You said, chat live salute. You said, T-Pre is actually 57. At least that's what it says on her driver's license. Shh, you wasn't supposed to tell nobody that, okay? You wasn't supposed to tell nobody that. Just like I'm not a banker, right? You're not supposed to tell nobody that. T-Pre is really 35, okay? Out here, I'm really 35. That's it, okay? You said you can also add, I don't know, TL to the niche, exposing gurus, Ty Lopez, Jay Morrison, Gary. Yes, I have a lot of that too. There's a lot of material I have, guys. There's so many things I have to talk about with y'all. I probably have 2 years worth of content right now just under my belt that I haven't put out yet. There's so many things that even on my other channels that I have not put out yet. I mean, there's so many things I'm ready to just do, right? But I had to figure out whether I was just going to do it over there or how I was going to, provide this to a audience that I have that is so popping right now. How am I going to provide this to you guys and get a bigger audience coming in too? I figured it out. So I already knew. Somebody told me, a couple people told me a long time ago, but I'm hard-headed. Y'all know I'm hard-headed, right? And I also had to figure it out on my own. And so now I got it, right? Private all these old videos and then rebrand. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing over here. So when you guys start seeing the videos, don't be like, oh my God, T-Pre's got removed. T-Pre's got a copyright. They about to remove Black Lounge. No. The videos are going private. They're going on members only. Okay. So that we can go ahead and rebrand Black Lounge Productions. Okay. And do the full branding of Black Lounge Productions and do this all in true crime. Okay. True crime and conspiracy. And like you said, the scammers, we got all kinds of stuff that is going on right in our community, okay, that we can talk about. And that's really a big deal. And I want to make this, I really want to make this pop. I like that kind of material. So this is what you guys will end up liking because you're going to hear something that I really enjoy talking about, So be looking forward to that, guys. Now, I will tell you this, with doing uploads and doing videos and doing editing, I probably will not do that many, right? So like I said, I have a couple years worth of material because I plan on doing like a couple videos a month, right? Because it takes a while to actually do the edits. And I want to do this properly. I want to do this right. I want you guys to really enjoy this content. The last a true crime video I did on this channel is still getting views to this day. I am still getting checks for that video, and that is because of all the time I took to edit that video, the time I took on the everything. And so that is what I want to do with all of my true crime videos and the ones that I'm doing here. The true crime videos I've been doing over there have been in story form, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do like I did with the Briley Brothers video. I'm going to be doing full editing, go full-fledged movie on y'all, full-fledged production on y'all out here, okay? So that is what I plan on doing. And you guys are going to like it. You guys are going to love it because I've got some great, very bizarre stories. I've got some very interesting stories, and I'm really, really looking forward to doing this. Really looking forward to that. Shout out to Defrauding Charlatans. He is one of my favorite ones who does the scary videos, scary songs, scary stories. So I really, really like that kind of stuff. And I'm just looking forward to being involved in that because that is really my thing. Now, I don't watch scary movies, but I love true crime movies and true crime videos. So, and true crime stories. So I have a lot of them to talk about, including some celebrity stories as well. So we're going to get into a lot of stuff, guys. And I'm just really looking forward to it. He said, I'm the same way. I never brought the drama or beef to my channel. It's a waste of time. It really is. He said, Robert Kiyosaki is another guru as well. Oh, okay. I never heard of that person. Let me write that name down real quick. Write that down. Put that on my little list of people to talk about. Okay. So I've got that, and I'm going to be looking into that one. Thank you, Riz. I appreciate that. And guys, you guys can always send me material. If you want to hear about a story, let me know, and I will do my research on it. As long as I can validate the story and I can find enough research on it, I will definitely do videos on those things as well. I know one of them I was asked about was down the lake that was covered in Georgia. And it was all the black town that was covered with a lake. I want to talk about that. And that's actually been, they got a couple of stories about that out here, but I'm going to tell my twist on that story as well. So that's one of them that's been under my belt for a few months that I just haven't done yet. So, and then there's other ones that I have plans to do as well. I plan on talking about Tulsa. I plan on talking about all kinds of places that have really affected the Black community, and really tell my story on those, okay, and give my twist of how, because people like how I tell stories. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. He said, I think social media YouTube users and monetized business YouTubers see the sector differently. Definitely, we do. The ones who are not monetized and just kind of don't monetize and haven't really thought about it, don't see the sector. They can see the sector as just some kind of fun little space or whatever. But this is why it has dried up, is because literally the ones who are or looking to monetize or looking to do something can't work with this space. You just can't. It's not big enough, right? It just isn't. So it doesn't make sense to do that. But yeah, you said I have a friend that is killing it in the true crime niche. Facts. Me too. I know a couple people over there that's really killing it over there. You said I pop out. Hey, oh dear. You said I pop out once a year now over here and then back to the window. Okay, child. Child. There'd be a lot of people doing that. I mean, you'd be surprised. There's a few content creators that are large content creators. I'm talking about they have like 10, 15,000 subscribers, and I know they watch my channel, right? I know that they watch me. But they tell me like in my DMs and stuff like that, but they refuse to come out the clouds, or they refuse to come and interact because they don't want to go through some of the stuff that y'all be putting people through around here. What's up, Vici? I appreciate you. You said, wait a minute, make a change. Did make some hot pieces on our hood brother, Conscious Energy. We can't let him get away with that. You said, LOL, fuckwas, nice. You said hit pieces. Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were saying. You said, I'm a keep it 100. If your channel is not sector or drama related, they not messing with you. And that's the truth. You said, Mikey, depending on the content, she can attract new folks and actually grow. Yeah, exactly. Like what you want to do is, kind of get rid of all the stuff you had done. And then you just niche it down, right? Niche it down, and you grow like that. And it makes it so much easier. It really does, to just do what you actually want to do on YouTube. And like I said, every so often I might go live and talk, but I really think it's best to just do the video, the uploads. Like that's what I wrote, like, what I want to do. And then keep watching all of y'all, because I'm enjoying watching other content creators in other spaces. I'm enjoying that, and just kind of doing that, and then doing things the way that I want to do it. You said, Vici, you call it hit pieces. I call it point out a scammer. You know what? You said that was a love gift, Mac. You said, Vici, not the love gift. You said, love gift, LOL, dag. You said, I want to make more videos on the make a change, but have to make time. I'm looking into getting an editor. I had thought about the editor too, because that it is very time consuming to do video. If I had an editor, I probably could spit out several videos a month, right? But having to do the edits and having to put it all together myself, that really does take time, on top of having to take care of a family, right? And hold down some, get some money, what I mean, and stuff like that. These are things I have to do too. So if I had all the time in the world to just edit, then I probably could spit out mad videos, but no, I have to take the time to make those videos right. So that means I have to it's going to take time, and so you probably would get less videos that way, but the videos are quality, and people enjoy that. So I'm thinking once every 2 weeks or so you guys will get a video, or once every 3 weeks or so you guys will get a video on the channel, as long as that's what I can do. But as I said, this is what my plans are for the future of Black Lounge Productions. He said, make a change in editor, person, or software. There is AI editing too, right? But I don't know. I think it's for me. I'm kind of like the person that's I wouldn't call myself a perfectionist, but I'm kind of a person that I feel like if I don't do it, it's not done right, right? Or if I don't get it done, it's not going to get done properly. So I'll end up, putting my hands all in it anyway. You know what I mean? Even if I had AI technology trying it or something, it would be something I would do. But I use software, of course. He says, sounds great, Miss T. Prey. Thank you. Crafted, thank you. You said, this is the realest thing. If your channel is not sector related or anything, anybody on the YouTube sector, Dana messing with you. You said, chat live's a person. I have other channels, so it's time consuming to edit all the videos. So I'm looking into hiring an editor. Yeah, I had thought about that as well, because if I had an editor doing it, and you can find them in various spaces, and they actually do pretty good. But if you hired an editor, it can be done, and you can spit out a lot more material. That really can be worth it if in the future I really might do something like that, right? Like once I really get to a certain level and I'm really making that type of money, then I could reinvest that funds into a really good editor, and then I could spit out material all the time. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's something I'll probably be looking into over time. But right now, You said Robert wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read that book. All that book did was sell me on getting other books by him, which I didn't. He reveals no format info to that of which one doesn't already know. I agree. I wasn't impressed with that book at all. I was told about it, and I remember being like, oh, this is the best book. You got to read this to know this and this. And when I read the book, it was very basic information. It wasn't basic, but it was pretty basic. It was interesting to say the least, but it was definitely a book that we kind of knew already. Kind of like what's that movie? Hebrews to Negroes. There was a lot of material in that book. I mean, in that movie, that was very interesting, but it wasn't something we hadn't heard before. You know what I mean? It wasn't something we didn't particularly know. There were some things that I was able to connect with that book. I mean, with that movie. There was some things I was reminded of with that movie. But it wasn't something that I found. It wasn't new, wasn't new material at all. You said chat lives. I am team Adobe. You know what? I like Adobe, but Adobe is just I don't know. Maybe it's me. I just can't. I can't. I'm trying, but I got to, if I really want to get like real productive with this and have this production going the way that I want to, I am going to have to use Adobe at some point. So I'm probably going to just do it. But I really I try my best not to. Like, I really try my best not to invest in Adobe, but um, just because it's so complicated to me. But I guess I got to do what I got to do. He said, make a change. No technology religion was one of the mantras at this company I worked for. Give it up, make a change. Da Vinci resolve is better. Right. He said, it's vital, and I don't get paid to. Oh, Vita, what's happening, girl? You said it's Vita, and I don't get paid to argue over here, so I stay in the window looking at y'all. Girl, I'm just saying, I don't get paid for this, right? This ain't paying a bitch at all. This ain't doing it. But what's up, Vita? It's good to see you over here, child. Really good to see you. You said, hey, Vita. You said tightening your workflow can save you a ton of time, and having the right tools. We need to start sharing our tools and our tool sets and workflows. Facts. Start sharing what you know, right? Start working together. Stop fighting against each other and all this other stuff. Like I said, this sector is not big enough for you to be beefing with each other. It's just not. Go to the beef sector if that's really what y'all want to be doing. Like, hop on over in there. And then you really want to get doxxed, and you really want to dox people, and you really want people showing up at your door and stuff. Go ahead and go on over there to the beef sector, because that's what they do over there. Okay, this little sector right here, niggas ain't about that life over here. Y'all know it ain't about that life. You said, hey, Samba. You said, I'm hiring somebody to edit all my Fortnite videos and my food videos. So that's what I'm doing. I'm hiring somebody to do my videos for me. Okay. You said, but respectfully, T-Pre, you don't understand the power of your voice. You don't really need much more than your voice and some basic imagery, in my opinion. Thank you, Chat Lives. I appreciate that. And I will definitely take that into consideration when it comes to my videos. I do, however, and that's what works over on that other channel that I have, where I just do the story, and I'm not doing any, I go just talk. I just turn on the camera and just talk and tell a story while I do different things. That works, and that's a real thing. People like that kind of stuff. But I enjoy the storytelling, and I do like the editing, and I like the story itself. So I will try to do that and see what happens. But we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, the ones there, I really do break it down and put time and effort into it. Those videos get a lot of views. And I would really like to, I think that these videos would have even more views if I didn't have all this other stuff on this channel. So that's what I plan on doing. Like, the true crimes will stay up there, and some other videos I have will stay up. But most of this stuff, the sector beefs and all that stuff, that's just going to be private. It's going to be members only. Even if I might not even leave it up as members only. I might just private them all together. But that is a whole lot of videos, and that's a whole lot of watch time. So I don't know. We'll see, guys. But thank you, Chat Lives. I appreciate that. You said, I will miss the effery. All of y'all better not take the high ground. All y'all niggas trying to go Hollywood. You said, Chat Lives, I agree with that. There is a lot of people in the sector that is really talented. Definitely. They don't know how talented they are. Let me name some. Ray Triggs is a talented person. Even though he get on my goddamn nerves, he is definitely talented. And I know he does do other channels, and he does other work. So he's one. Also, DJ Drama is more talented than he thinks and then he knows. He can do a whole lot more. And he could be a good storyteller as well, because he has the voice of a storyteller. So he needs to get into something else, because the sector is going to suck him dry at some point. And, I would hate to see that happen. And so, yeah, let's do something else. Slander God is another who's very talented. These niggas really know how to put good shows and funny shows together. And I would love to see them do something different. Pillsbury is another one. Very, very funny person. Has comedy for days. I would love to see him do something different. Really. There's so many more. There's so many other ones that are talented. I just want to see them change that. You said, I agree, chat lives. T-Pre has one of those voices. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. You said, so do you, Samba Queen. She does as well. And I would love to see her doing something too. Right. You said, and we on lock. Mm-hmm. You said, thanks, JJ. You said, Samba. You said, TMK has a bedroom voice as well. Hubby asked who he was when I was listening to his live the other day. You said, T-Pre, it will take a few videos to get YouTube to start recommending the new videos to a new audience. Just keep at it. Exactly. That's exactly what's happened with my channel already. Once I start, putting other things out, they will recommend other people, but it's on a lower scale as long as I have all this other stuff still kind of clouding the channel. So I'm going to take all this stuff down. Like I said, I wanted to kind of tell you guys before I did that, because y'all been long-standing. Y'all been with me for a long time. So I did want to let you guys know that that's what I'm doing, and that before I get it done. But yeah, these videos will be either privated or put on members only, because, yeah, I have to scrub this channel so that I can allow this channel to go in a different direction. And so far, I'm doing pretty good. But like I said, it's going to get better once I start privating those videos. So that is the plan. But yep, shout out to you, Make a Change, because that is very true. What's up, Glow Glow? Happy belated birthday to Glow Glow. I truly appreciate you. One of my favorite peoples in the building. Make sure that you guys say a happy birthday to Glow. I know it was a couple days ago. And my birthday's coming up too. There's a couple other sector birthdays coming up. So yeah, make sure that everybody is saying happy birthday and all of that. You said, good morning, Miss T-Pre in chat. Let me catch my breath. I ran over here. I appreciate you, girl. You said, what's up, Glow Glow? You said, I found the way to get a new audience is to subscribe to the channels of the people you want to attract and set your YouTube settings to let them see that you are subscribed to them. Okay, that's an interesting thing. I didn't know that to do either, because there's a lot of like people I'm subscribed to. I don't have that as public, but that's something to think about. That's interesting as well. I think I could definitely look into doing something like that. You said we're gonna get lit, child. You said I know this may be unpopular, but I think Alan is talented too. I'd like to see him do some other stuff. I would love to see. I love Alan. I really do. That's my babe. And I would love to see him do other things too. I think he wants to do other things, right? I think it's just like I said, it just sucks the life out of a content creator to keep creating content in a space that is so toxic. Nobody wants to keep doing that, and eventually you just want to move on. And then you got people trying to come in the chat and trying to disrupt the chat and all this other stuff. And you don't want to keep blocking people and all this. That shit is just tiresome. Eventually, you just like, you know what? Fuck this sector. Fuck this whole thing. I don't even want to do this. And you just move on because we're adults, right? So you got to think about the full picture when you're, trying to run with this sector. Like I said, I really do think that a lot of y'all drop that bag, with allowing trolls and allowing this stuff, and the trolls to run the chat and run the space and, say what they want it to be. And they're kicking people off your panel and all this other stuff. It's like, okay, I ain't got to come over here. And then, eventually everybody's going to do that because they see how you treat people. So they're not coming over there either, right? They're not, bringing their audience members to you. I'm telling you, I've got plenty of large content creators that they're not going to recommend because they don't want nothing to happen to their audience, right? So they're not going to bring people over to these spaces, because of the stuff that is happening in these spaces. And it's so small. It's so small, so Hope they think about this stuff as they go forward. But yeah, I think he's talented as well. You said, Glow Glow, happy birthday, Glow Gang. I appreciate that. And you said, interesting chat lives. You said, thank you, Riz Lyricist. How are you? You said, Samba Wink. You said, happy birthday, Glow. You said, happy birthday, Glow. What you do for your birthday in the sector, what they do for you. You said, Glow Glow, doing good, gearing up for the studio time. You said, chat lives, I'm testing some theories with the shorts algorithm. I was thinking about taking parts of my videos. So when I do my true crimes on here, what I'm going to do is just take parts of it and make it into shorts. And then, those will probably be like previews or something like that. And then I have other videos from the past that are true crime that I can make into shorts, right? There's a couple of things I can do with that because I was thinking about testing that as well, because a lot of people seem to do much better on the shorts than they do on their regular videos. So I'm looking into doing that. And a few other things. I'm still excited about Black Lounge Productions, guys. Still got a lot going on, but I have definitely slowed all the way down with the way things were going with the channel and how I was doing things, because this is not the way I want this channel to go. I definitely have intentions on keeping the channel, keeping my members, keeping everything the way that it is. But like I said, it's the messiness, it's the drama. I'm not interested in, right? It's the people only being subscribed or people only wanting to be members just so they can tell that, I'm not interested in that. And you're going to be disappointed. You can surely pay me every month if you're interested. That's not a problem. I don't care. But guess what? You're not going to get what you're looking for, and that's just that. Because I'm not interested in that anymore. I'm just not. I really wasn't interested to begin with. But, you kind of get sucked into it. And that's what happened. And I take responsibility for that, But I'm over that. I refuse to do it. I'm not doing it. Them bitches ain't lining my pockets. They're not doing anything for me. So it's a waste of my time to be, to be beefing back and forth with these hoes. But yeah, let's go ahead, and we're about to end this show because I've got some things I've got to do. You said, thanks, Mikey. I was chilling on my birthday until I went live later on that night. That's what's up, Glow. You said, I've done research. Shorts pay like Spotify. It's better to do 10-minute videos. Oh, okay. All right. You said, make a change. Shorts definitely run your subs up. I've seen that. I subscribe to a lot of channels through their shorts. Okay. You said, I want your first album, Riz, autograph, please, and thank you. Yep, me too. You said, shorts, I've been trapped into shorts. Shorts is going to be lucrative for me. You said, Glow Glow, I got you. Unfortunately, it'll have to be digital. You said, a whole lot of YouTube shorts coming through for me, a whole lot, and I got a whole lot of content in my hard drive that I did not even put out yet. That's what's up. That's what's happening. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff for y'all too. You said, gotcha, Riz Lyricist. All right, listen, guys. I truly appreciate all of you, okay, for being in the building. We've spent about an hour on this content right here. Make sure that you guys do hit the like button, guys. And yeah, guys, all we got to do in this sector is just niche down. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to cancel each other out, because literally when you're canceling each other, you're canceling yourselves. Okay, because that's what you're doing. Okay. You're doing that. Stop letting the chat run your show, right? Be creative and run your own show, and give them something to watch. Give them something to listen to. Because guess what? Them same trolls, right, that are running your show, guess what they do? They come and they watch people like me too, right? But they not running my shit. They not running my show. And I'm still getting likes, still getting views, still getting things done, but they're still watching, but they're not in my chat running my show, running my panel. Okay. Like they're not able to do that. And I allow people to feel comfortable, in my chat room. They can come here, they can talk, they can speak, and it doesn't matter who sees them and that kind of stuff. They can feel comfortable doing that, and it's not a problem. These are things you should be doing too. Right. And like I said, if you're canceling the content creator, guess what? In this sector, you're canceling yourself. Okay. Yeah. Especially if you ain't got no other material. Like literally, that's what you're doing. But guys, we are going to go ahead and end it here. I truly appreciate y'all for being in the building. Make sure that you hit the like button on the way out, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace, guys, and thank you guys again for watching.